Travis Wayne Goodsell. Church news time. So, Mr. Law of Chastity will never change. Christofferson led the parade today. Of course, none of you guys know what I'm talking about because you didn't watch to the end of my video, did you? You're missing out. And then you make a dumbass comment because you weren't listening. You know, you're like those kids in class that sleep during the class, and then you raise your hand and then ask a teacher a question about what she had just said while you were sleeping. So yes, 2015, Christofferson came out and said, Law of Chastity will never change. And then it changed in 2019. And so I've got a whole video planned to make up one of these years about all the changes that the church has been making. And God's church never changes. Yeah, it does. They lied to you. So, they're fixated now on the new website that says God knows and loves you, which is a non sequitur argument. It doesn't mean that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is true. It's an emotional con used to get people who are vulnerable to join the church and begin paying money for the rest of their lives. And so that's disturbing in and of itself. And nobody seems to care about that kind of abusive con behavior of a religious organization. But a more technical term is that I'm looking on the homepage of the website, and they say, update, see what's changed on the homepage of churchofjesuschrist.org. And then there's a little tab to click on, take a look. Am I not already taking a look? Am I not able to see what's changed? It's just, I'm sorry, but the Great and Abominable Church are not inspired by truth. And as a result, you get dumbasses who work for the church. I mean, it's just unbelievable. See, back when I was naive, I worked for the church at the distribution center. They're on 17th and 17th, and technically 19th, but yeah, I knew it was a worldwide center before they came out this year and announced it's now a worldwide center. I'm the one that actually made it work. Because I got transferred over to Beehive Clothing, worked in the warehouse. The system was Stone Age. Literally Stone Age. They didn't want to spend on new technology to improve the system. And yeah, just in short, we had 7-man person crew, and women too. And we ended up spending 40 hours a week, full-time job, not the 26-hour full-time work that now is allowed to go through. That's weird and wrong on so many levels. Businesses get to profit off of it, whereas the people have to go find more part-time jobs to fill in the missing hours. But they said nothing could be done. This is the best we can come up with. Yeah, when I was finally allowed to try my approach, 2 people, 4 hours, done, and caught up for the next day. That's how archaic and deficient the church is with people who receive revelation. There is no truth in this church. And that was a wake-up call for me, having moved to Utah in August of 1996 and deciphering Paleo-Hebrew in February 1997. And then losing my wife because I deciphered Paleo-Hebrew. And so, yeah, this is what I've experienced all this time. And I've been in positions to be a help to the church, and the church was resistant the whole way through. When I worked on the footnotes, there's some major changes that needed to be made with 79 and 81 editions of the scriptures. And they were resistant. But now, in retrospect, I know exactly why, as I hear Nelson botch the errors that they refused and resisted to make the changes for. But the biggest one of all is that the church has an outward appearance of being a good religion. You know, God knows and loves you, what we believe, and there's a picture of Jesus sitting with a little kid. Learn about Jesus, get to know and follow him, and you have no clue that it's a fraud because you're not watching my videos and you're not watching them to the end. We're the learning of the Jews as Mormons. That's a completely different religion. And as I keep telling Mormons over and over and over and over, and they are resistant, and they refuse to listen, and they don't want to believe, and they go on and are weaponized by the church to attack. They attack truth, they attack science, they attack our own founder because he's in the learning of the Jews. He's not Christian. Do you understand that when you call a person who's a Jew a Christian, you're anti-Semitic? When you replace the Jewish scriptures and call them Christian, you're anti-Semitic. You are evil. And that's exactly what Christians did. And that's exactly what Mormons did to Joseph Smith, their founder. And so what we believe, it's all a bunch of lies. They have no interest in telling us the truth. They keep pushing the lie. They're not stopping. They're going full on. And why? Because they're running this church into the ground on purpose. This year is the final year of the latter days. 8 April 2024 is the final day. This is the bicentennial year of the day that shall burn as an oven, and they that come shall burn them. And Joseph is talking about Mormons. Mormons. The church is setting you up as lambs to the slaughter, just like they did to Joseph Smith. And it's frustrating that I cannot get through to Mormons who just hardened their hearts. All types of tactics I've been using all these years, and the best one that works is to come out with shock value. Pictures with memes and titles that shock and horrify. And even then, YouTube is under orders by the church to manipulate the algorithms to silence my voice so that I can't save Mormons. And it's just disgusting and despicable, and it's abominable. And so, if people want to follow the teachings of Jesus, that's fine. But to push on our government, to push on other people that Jesus lives and that we're the enemy if we don't believe you, this is exactly what the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints wants, to destroy this church. And notice why evangelicals are all of a sudden going ballistic, wanting to destroy America as well. It was evangelicals and Mormons who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. They are the ones the church put the Supreme Court justices in, who overturned Roe v. Wade. And there are many other crimes and abominations of this church. The SEC, yeah, finally, somebody did something to punish the church for what they're doing. The church owns and controls everything, and no one will hold them accountable. And that's the danger this year, because Mormons are going to be the ones at greatest danger, plus those who are ex-Mormon and former Mormon who live here in Utah. And nobody will believe, because you're not listening anymore. You gave up.